I don't know how much of this you're going to believe, but if you're watching this, if you somehow found this footage, please, for the love of God, don't go looking for campsite number 9. The guy in the video, his name was Evan Hale, 29 years old, travel vlogger, part-time gear reviewer, kind of guy who lived out of a backpack and thrived on solitude. He was doing a cross-country camping tour, posting weekly updates to his YouTube channel. Until October of last year. That's when he entered Dead Hollow Forest, way up in rural Maine. No cell service, no ranger outposts, just miles of cold, quiet woods and a campground locals barely talk about anymore. He checked into the registry at the trailhead, signed his name, the date, and marked campsite number 9 as his destination. The ranger on duty, only one, working that week, claims Evan was the only camper registered that night. The only soul for miles, but his footage says otherwise. Video begins. It's just past dusk. The woods are still, fog brushing between trees. You hear Evan's boots crunching on pine needles. Evan laughing softly. All right, so this is supposed to be the most isolated spot in the whole park. Campsite 9. Took me 3 hours to find the turnoff. I don't even think people come out here anymore. The trail markers are all rusted. Kinda love it though. Feels untouched. He pans the camera. There's a clearing up ahead, narrow, overgrown. In the center, an old weather-worn tent sits slumped over like a dead thing. Evan confused. Wait, is that another tent? He circles it. The canvas is moldy, zippered shut. But something about it feels wrong, like it doesn't belong. No fire pit, no footprints, just that ancient tent, still and silent, like it grew out of the dirt. He jokes about squatters, but his voice is thinner now. He doesn't go inside. That night, Evan sets up his own camp 10 yards away. Fires up some beans, chats with the camera about isolation, peace, how this place feels different than any other forest he's camped in. Then, just before the video cuts, a sound, soft, distant, almost like a child singing. Video returns. It's pitch black. The fire's gone out. Only his tent light glows faintly. Evan whispering, "Listen, Ju, do you hear that?" He opens the tent flap. The mic picks it up better this time. A girl's voice, no older than 10, humming a lullaby. Off-key, looped over and over. "Hush, little baby. Don't say a word." Evan, shaking. "There's no one else here. I checked the registry. That tent. That damn tent. It wasn't warm. No gear. Nothing." He shines his flashlight toward it. The humming stops. Dead silence. Then, the zipper on the old tent starts to move. Slowly, from the inside. The footage the next morning is shaky. Evan's eyes are bloodshot. He says he didn't sleep. "Evan, I packed up. I'm leaving. Screw this campsite. I don't know what's going on, but it's not just sounds. I saw someone in the woods. Pale face, watching me, smiling. She looked like a little girl, but her eyes were all wrong." He turns the camera to show the tent again. It's gone. No imprint, no stakes. Just dirt and dead leaves where it stood. That's the last coherent footage from Evan. 3 days later, rangers found his camp. Tent slashed open from the inside. No blood. No sign of struggle. But the forest was silent. No birds. No bugs. Just cold. His camera was found half buried in the ashes of a fire that hadn't burned in years. And when authorities reviewed the final file, the last second before it cuts to black, you hear the girl again. But this time, she's whispering right into the mic. He said my name. They found the footage 2 weeks after the snow melted. The guy's name was Luke Mercer, 32, solo YouTuber, ran a channel called Off Grid and Alive. Not a big following, but loyal. He'd been hiking deep into Chilkat National Forest, documenting untouched, remote campgrounds in Alaska, the kind you won't find on all trails. He uploaded a teaser clip from a satellite hub on October 5th. He looked tired, kind of shaken. Just said, something happened last night. Don't know what the hell it was. Sorting through the footage now. That was the last thing anyone ever heard from him. What was found later, on a weatherproof hard drive buried under stones near a burned-out fire ring, is the kind of thing you wish you could unsee. Video begins. Wide-angle drone shot of endless pine. Cuts to Luke's face, wind-chapped and pale. Luke muttering, "Campground 7. No other humans for miles. If you're hearing traffic, it's in your head." He laughs, but it's tight. He sets up his tent, then wanders off to explore. For hours, it's pretty normal. Bird song, snow patches, pine needles underfoot. Until dusk, he's filming the sunset, narrating softly. That's when something distant, inhuman, screams through the trees. High-pitched, guttural, like metal being bent in half. Luke, off camera. What the hell was that? The camera shifts fast. He spins toward the noise. Nothing but empty woods. But then, off to the left, barely caught in frame, is another tent. Faded orange, half collapsed. Luke didn't mention setting up a second tent. And this one, it's not his. Cut to 2:38 a.m. The screen is mostly dark, audio's crackling. There's a scream, closer this time. But not from Luke. From inside the other tent. It's not just a scream, it's a plea. A shrill, ragged voice, male, screaming, "Get it off me," over and over. Luke's camera, half asleep, catches him fumbling for his boots. He stumbles out with a flashlight. The beam hits the other tent just as it begins to violently thrash. Like something inside is convulsing, or fighting, or being torn apart. The fabric stretches, pulses, buckles outward like something's trying to punch its way through. And then, silence. The tent deflates. No sound, no motion. Luke doesn't go near it, just stands frozen, whispering, "What the fahafishapa?" over and over. Eventually, the footage cuts. The next morning, he finally approaches. You can hear him breathing hard, like he's been crying or throwing up. The tent is still there, slashed to pieces. No blood, no gear, no body. But the trees surrounding the clearing, every single one, has deep, deliberate scratch marks carved into the bark. They're wide, uneven. And the weirdest part, they're all facing inward. Not outward, like something was trying to get away, but like something was trying to get in. That's where the footage ends. No more uploads. No body was ever recovered. Just that drive, buried under cold ash and stone. But if you listen closely to the final seconds of the last clip, right before the screen cuts to black, you can hear a voice, too close to the mic to be Luke's, whisper, "Now there's 2 tents." You ever see something on camera, wasn't there? Not maybe or I think I saw her. I mean, no. Like you'd bet your soul it didn't happen. This story, this is one of those. And it stuck with me because I knew them. Darren and Jody Reese, mid-30s, married 5 years, good people, no kids, just a mutt named Taco, and a shared obsession with stargazing and backcountry camping. They were doing a week-long loop through Canyonlands, Utah, middle of nowhere, No service, no neighbors, just red dust and silence. Their plan was simple: hike all day, camp at night, and use a trail cam to catch footage of wildlife near their fire pit. Foxes, deer, maybe a coyote or two. But what they actually caught, wasn't wildlife. Trail cam footage, night 3, 2:14 a.m. The fire's down to glowing embers. The desert's dead quiet. Then something moves. A shape slides into view, slow and hunched. You think it's an animal at first, until it squats by the fire. A man, pale skin, no shirt, dirty pants hanging low on bony hips. He sits there like a gargoyle, arms resting on his knees, just watching. Then he turns to the camera, and he smiles. Now, this isn't just someone caught mid-expression. This is full-on, too wide, unsettling grin. Like he knows something you don't. Like he's happy you're watching. And the worst part? The couple swore up and down there was no one else out there. No footprints, no voices. They didn't hear a thing that night. When Darren first saw the footage, he thought it was a prank. Maybe a ranger pulling a sick joke. But rangers don't wander shirtless into campsites at 2 in the morning. And they sure as hell don't come back. 2 nights later, 2:12 a.m., the camera flickers on. There he is again. Closer now. Still squatting. Still smiling. But this time, his head tilts side to side, real slow. Like he's studying something he doesn't understand. Like he's trying to learn what it means to be human. Then he does something that chills me to the core every time I watch it. He lifts one hand, long, thin fingers, and waves at the camera. Not fast, not playful, just acknowledgement, like he sees you, like he knows you're watching. Darren packed up the next morning, said something felt wrong. Jody agreed. She'd been waking up every night at 2:14 sharp, convinced someone was outside the tent, breathing. They left early, drove 12 hours straight, but before they could post the footage, they vanished. No trace. Car still in the driveway. Phones inside. Dog left behind. Gone. Authorities broke into their place 2 weeks later after no one heard from them. The only clue, the trail cam SD card still plugged into Darren's laptop. And here's the kicker. The final frame of the last video, right before it cuts to static, shows that same pale figure, standing inches from the lens, still smiling. But this time, his hand's not waving. It's pressed flat against the camera, like he's trying to get through.